Okay, we are back now with Tomodachi game. Yes, we're on episode 7, and we gotta say, we're halfway through this show. Now, after 6 grueling episodes, after the first half of Tomodachi game, we have seen a lot of betrayals, a lot of trust, backstories, and there's friendship issues to be resolved. And yes, Yuichi and Tenji are at its peak when it comes to intelligence in the Tomodachi game, to how to use their friends, how one outshines the other. Now, last week, we had a shocking moment. You know, and as I said before, there's two sides of a coin here. One, the kiss was actually a fake, or the other, he just played along to join. And with everybody questioning about what really happened, this episode got a lot of answers. Now, again, Tomodachi game may not be as crazy sadistic like Squid Game, or one of those kind of like Katagiri, compulsive gambler, and not like an intense type vibe. But when you look at Tomodachi game and you see how one can go be as smart as the other, we have to think about Tomodachi game as an intelligent game. This is all, like, give it a credit with all the dialogues, but it was all about being intelligent, giving you smart, strategic ideas about how he or she has strategies in their minds and see how they play the game. And that's what we got. So without further ado, let's get right to it with episode 7 of the Tomodachi game. So, Yuichi's backstory. Okay. You know how they say money is the root of all evil? You know how people say DTA, don't trust anybody, or don't trust anyone? That's what this backstory of Yuichi is. You see, her mom is very sick, and he has enough money to hold out for 2 weeks. You know, the mom part is, you know what's important than money? Friends. Friends are more important than money. And that's true. I mean, how else are you gonna go? How else are you gonna, like, go to conventions? How else are you gonna help people with your homework? How else are people gonna help you with all the things you need friends. Now, I get it. There are two types of friends. There are 2 types of friends in life. They are friends that can help you 100%. The major friends who could back you up. The people that will call you and say, I got you. The friends that always, like, if you're down, they'll pay you and you pay them back. That's that. But then it's the minor friends. Then you have those colleagues, I call. You have those people where it's just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to help you, but that's it. And then 3 months down the road, I'm going to help you. And you see, there's people who use the friends and there's people who don't use them. And that's how it is. You use them. Others don't. And that's the thing. Now, with Yuichi, on the other hand, though, when he left, there's a sensei, and he's like, you know what's important than friends, right? What's the number one important thing in life? And in that evil little kid, that young MC kid like face, that evil face, money. So he knows. He knows money is everything in life. To pay the bills, rent, convention stuff. I mean, come on. Yeah. Unless you're that person you find who you could have this poster or shirt if you don't want it. I mean, I do give away my shirts. I do give away my posters or anything like that to somebody who wants it. I do that sometimes as well. But that's everybody's opinion on it. That's how everybody does it. So now we wake up and find Tenji's story. Okay, so Tenji's real purpose was this. That kiss. Remember that kiss at the end that everybody was shocking the system over that? The kiss was actually the vocal point of him joining him. It was a circle point of him, the vocal point of him getting along. I mean, he just kissed him just to fall down to the well, and that's that. Now, before they start the next game, they have to spend 3 days in the cave alone and with water. I'm like, this is messed up. How are you gonna have them survive 3 days and there's only water? Where the fucking food at? The ground? But this give us some time to talk about Tenji's backstory, about why he's in the second Tomodachi game, because also it revealed that he was in the second one. So let me sum up his backstory in some ways. Because again, this episode had a lot of dialogue, but it explains, but everything happens for a reason. And not every dialogues is like, oh, we get it, but get to the point. But the purpose of these long dialogues was to just just to read between the lines. So here's how this works. You see, Tenji and his friends, they want to run a business together. So all three of them decide to save up money. Y'all want to save up money. And then all that changes when the one person that was also the traitor, the one traitor that everybody thought like, okay, we knew there were traitors. Tanji's one of them, but who was the other traitor? And that's what we've revealed. The other traitor was out of the vice president, Shiho. Now, she plays a role in this as well. Because as soon as she came into the picture, the whole financial debt happened with Tenji and his friends. They're all bragging about came like, oh, I heard you're dating him. I mean, is it true that you're dating? You dating her? And he's all like, oh, no, you got it all wrong. They're just arranged marriage. We're not that together. But then for some reason, out of nowhere, they're all three of them in a huge freaking debt. And they had to play the Tomodachi game. Now, I understand that, I understand they want to speed run this. I really wish it showed us all the events that happened in the Tomodachi game that led to this earlier events. You know what I mean? Like, we got Tenji's backstory. I get that. But I wish we'd seen what they had to endure in the Tomodachi game. Give us some little bit of major little flashback points about what's going on. And then after the third game, he lost. Which, by the way, the third game is the hide and seek game. So that's what that's the third game he failed. But after their battle, he was in huge debt. And all his friends betrayed him. So that's why he don't trust anyone. The one person Tenji trusts in the world is his father. His father, not just his single father. And he told him everything about the Tomodachi. And I'm like, see, here's the thing. If there's one thing I've learned from watching Tomodachi game or any games that do something psychological or anything like that, you don't tell your parents. You don't tell your friends. You don't tell anyone about what you endure. Because if you do, they're going to end up dead. And what do we got? The father wanted to talk to Shiho's parents, and then all of a sudden, he died. Now, they say it was suicide, but we all know that wasn't suicide. I mean, really? A kind father like him dies? Dies, really? No. Die from a suicide? That's, So now Tenji will tell Yuichi everything about his backstory with his Tomodachi games, that this is his second one, that he faked being friends with them and all that just to get close, and just trying to get Shiho to show her true face. It's two sides of a coin. Remember the whole two sides of a coin? You'd be all happy, jolly, but then you turn that other coin over and you all evil, sick, twisted, That's what they do. Just like, picture that bitch-ass mommy from Rent a Girlfriend. Mommy Chan is always nice, innocent, but deep down, she's just a heartless bitch. That's what she is. And that's what the vice president is. Always, twisting it. Now, Yuichi, he felt bad that, if I knew this was happening, then I would have made her the traitor. But again, he didn't know. He didn't know that she was a traitor, because the way how it was portrayed by it, the way how it was brought out by Yuichi's plans, revealed Tenji planned everything from the start, but they didn't know she was. So, and even Tenji even taking a bullet for himself. The fact that he sat down and said, "Please use me. I don't give a crap. Just use me. Please, I'm begging you. Use me as a tool. Just help me." Now, after 72 hours locked up in the cage, they finally revealed the next game. A simple game. And that little guy, the little mascot guy, he looked like the sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. But anyway, the next game is a classic game. A game that we all played when we was little. Hide and seek. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody knows hide and seek is one player seekers, the other players hides, and then we just find out where they at. But here's the kicker, guys. We are in a giant-ass forest. So that means it's very, 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 very hard just to find the seeker. I mean, just to find the hiders. Like, anybody could just hide like 20 miles from here, and anyone could be like 30 miles from here. But that's the trick. So in this game, it's their group, Yuichi and Tenji, against the blonde-haired girl with her group, and there's a full group, and it's 2v5. Now, again, here's the thing: we've seen stuff like this. Anybody, any group, any characters at a disadvantage, we all know that they're gonna win. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, how do I put this? It's like it's 2v5. You really think the 5 is gonna beat these two? Well, no, if you add another one, but let me get to her later. But again, you really think it's gonna help out? No. But Yuichi, you know, the MC himself, he always has a plan. He always have a plan. Have you noticed this? Every game that he done, it's always been a plan. He always had a plan during or before the game, and even early in the game. But my point is, this Yuichi has it. He has a plan. He got this. He's got this. It's gonna work out. So it's a simple hide and seekers. Now here's the thing: one is a seeker, one is a hider. But given that the fact that Tenji and Yuichi are one, he's gonna be the hider. Yuichi's gonna be the seeker. He's gonna be the hider. Okay. Other group don't care. I mean, they have the odds. They have the advantage. Then their group, they add a girl. They add a girl into this mix. Now here's the thing: we don't know nothing about her. She just randomly popped up and say, "Okay, I'll join the team." No, there are secrets about her than anything. So we're gonna see what her deal is in this game. We're gonna see her deal. And why she's in debt and everything. But trust me, in the game of hide and seek, there will be casualties. In the game of hide and seek, there will be friends betraying others, and there's going to be a lot of secrets revealing in this hide and seek game, which I'm pretty sure everyone has read of so far. But for those who watching it for the anime purposes, trust me, you will have to see and understand the quality of this game, because this game's gonna be sick. That's why I said I was looking forward for the third game, and we got this. So, again, this was a good episode. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. It was a lot of dialogue in this episode, because we didn't get a lot of like a game playing. But this episode was kind of like important, because we had to see why Tenji kissed Yuichi, and why he's in the second Tomodachi game. So basically, all the answers that we had from last week in the cliffhanger was brought out here. So that makes sense. So I'm really good that they really put out. It's very good that they put out all the episodes in this one, and for that we thank you. So stay tuned for next week's episode of Tomodachi Game, where we reveal where this third game of hide and seek is gonna be crazy as hell. So stay tuned for next week.